They told him, "You are not smart enough. You will never succeed." Every exam paper felt like proof that they were right. While others slept peacefully, he stayed awake with fear, a dream. He had no special talent, no shortcuts, no support, only one choice: give up or prove himself. This is not a story of a genius. This is the story of a student who decided to chase his dreams, no matter how hard it was. Asterisk, the student was not special in the eyes of the world. In the classroom, he sat on the last bench, quiet and unnoticed. When teachers asked questions, his hand never went up because he was afraid of being wrong. Every mistake brought laughter, and every laugh made him feel smaller. Slowly he began to believe that maybe he truly was not smart enough. His report cards were filled with average marks, and the red ink on the pages felt like a reminder of his limits. People around him spoke easily about success, but for him, success felt like a distant dream meant for someone else. At home, things were not easier. His family wanted the best for him, but even they doubted his abilities. "Study harder," they said, but no one showed him how. Nights were spent staring at books he did not understand, fighting sleep and frustration. Many times he thought about giving up. It would have been easier to accept the label others had given him. But deep inside his heart, a small voice refused to be silent. It whispered that his story was not finished yet. One evening, after failing another test, he looked at his reflection and felt a strange calm. For the first time, he stopped asking others to believe in him. He decided he would believe in himself, even if no one else ever did. He promised that no matter how slow his progress was, he would not quit. He began to study not to impress anyone, but to improve himself. Each small improvement, no matter how tiny, gave him strength. That belief did not make him confident overnight. Fear was still there, and doubts returned often. But now, he carried something stronger than fear: determination. While the world measured him by marks, he measured himself by effort. And with every page he read and every mistake he corrected, his belief grew quietly, shaping the future he once thought was impossible. Asterisk, failure became a familiar companion in his life, but this time he chose not to run from it. After believing in himself, he understood one painful truth: belief alone was not enough. He had to work harder than anyone else. While his classmates relied on quick understanding and natural talent, he relied on time, patience, and repetition. He started waking up early, even when his body begged for more sleep. The quiet mornings became his secret, where no one could judge his mistakes or laugh at his slow progress. At first, studying felt heavy and frustrating. He read the same lines again and again, struggling to understand simple concepts. Sometimes he felt embarrassed by how long it took him to learn what others understood in minutes. But instead of quitting, he broke his work into small steps. One topic at a time, one page at a time. He practiced problems until his hands hurt and revised lessons until the words finally made sense. Each day he pushed himself just a little further than before. There were nights when exhaustion made his eyes burn and his mind feel empty. Friends were out enjoying their time, and social media showed happy moments he was missing. Loneliness tried to convince him that his effort was pointless. Still, he kept going. He reminded himself that hard work does not always show results immediately, but it never goes to waste. Every hour he invested was shaping him into someone stronger. Slowly, something began to change. Concepts that once scared him started to feel familiar. Questions that once confused him now made him pause, think, and answer with confidence. His marks improved, not dramatically, but steadily. More importantly, his mindset changed. He learned that talent may give a fast start, but hard work decides the finish. By choosing discipline over comfort every single day, he was proving to himself that persistence can defeat even the biggest weaknesses. Asterisk, as his efforts continued, the student realized that talking about his dreams only invited doubt. Whenever he shared his goals, people smiled politely or questioned him with disbelief. Some offered advice that sounded more like warnings, while others reminded him of his past failures. Slowly, he learned to stay quiet. He stopped explaining himself and started focusing on his work. Silence became his shield, protecting his confidence from unnecessary opinions. Instead of arguing with words, he chose to answer with action. Every day he showed up and did what needed to be done, even when no one noticed. He no longer felt the need to prove anything immediately. Deep inside, he trusted the process. He understood that real growth happens quietly, far away from applause. While others talked about success, he worked toward it step by step. Time passed, and the results began to appear. Teachers who once ignored him started paying attention. His answers in class became clearer, and his exam scores improved. Same classmates who once laughed now watched him with surprise. Some asked for help, others simply stayed silent. He did not feel proud or angry, he felt calm. His success was not a moment of revenge, but a moment of peace. One day, as he held his results in his hands, he remembered all the nights of doubt and effort. No speech could explain that journey. No argument could justify it. His progress said everything. He realized that proving yourself is not about showing others they were wrong. It is about showing yourself that you were right to keep going. The confidence he gained was quiet but unshakable. From that day forward, he walked differently. Not louder, not arrogant, but stronger. He learned that words fade, excuses disappear, but results remain. And in choosing to let his work speak for him, he finally became the person he once dreamed of becoming.